What does BMV stand for? It stands for below market value. Now let me give you an example. I bought an ex-HMO in an Article 4 area. What does Article 4 mean? Article 4 means you cannot convert any properties into a HMO without full planning. Now it didn't sell 3 times in the auction. I came along and I offered them £200,000, but in the end I purchased it for £196,000. The sellers wanted out. They were an elderly couple. They accidentally turned that property into a HMO years ago. They had a daughter who went to university and she rented out all the homes. Over the years, they then got compliant and put in fire doors, they put in a fire alarm system. But by the time it came to selling the property, it was in a dire state. There was also a next tenant in the property just squatting, over £3,000 in arrears. What did I do? I gave a solution to the seller. I said, let me take control of the property whilst we are in the process of buying the property. They agreed. I then got to work by getting the ex-tenant, who was also a decorator. I said, I will forgive all your rent. You can stay in the property as a tenant when I own the property, but you need to decorate the property for me and get it into a suitable state to be valued. I then secured a valuation of £200,000. The bank then gave me a variable mortgage. Why variable? Variable because there's no fixed term. I can exit without fees. So I then done the property up. I purchased it. It's mine. I'm on a variable mortgage. I pay my monthly mortgage. Now I got to work refurbing the property. Refurbed it for £30,000. I then got it revalued at £350,000. Now what got me there? I did an LDC, a lawful development certificate of existing use. This property is in Birmingham, Article 4 area. The Article 4 came into place in June 2020. I had to prove to the council 3 months before June 2020, it was still being used as a HMO. I asked the sellers to give me some bank statements from June 2020. They approved it and I got my LDC approved. That then uplifted the value from £200,000 5-bedroom house to a 6-bedroom HMO, which allowed me to apply for a license which lasts for 5 years, which cost me around £800. I rented out all the rooms and pulled out £80,000 from the property to then go and reinvest into another project. That's a quick breakdown of a BMV.